Now today we are going to start elementary operation of a matrix. This elementary operation is basically based on the rows and columns of a matrix. So we are going to divide elementary row operation or transformation, second elementary column operation. So in elementary row operation, first step to see, we can interchange any two rows. Suppose this is the ith row and that ith row we can interchange into jth row, or in elementary column operation, suppose ith column we can interchange into jth column. For example, suppose we are going to consider example a matrix A. This is equal to 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we are saying that we want to interchange first row to second row, means first row becomes second row and second row becomes first row. So we will get, after interchanging 1, 2, 3, then this is the 7, 8, 9, and here this is the 4, 5, 6. In this way, suppose we want to interchange ith row to jth column. For example, if we are taking same matrix and we want to interchange first column into second column. So what we will get? We will get here, this is the 8, 2, 5, and then 7, 1, 4, then here this is the 9, 3, 6. Now second, in second, the multiplication of the element of any row or columns by a non-zero numbers means, suppose in ith row we are going to multiply a non-zero constant k, means k, this is either negative or positive, we will get k times ri. In similar way, suppose in ith column we are going to multiply a constant k, so we will get k times ith column. For that you have to see, again if you are taking the example A, this is equal to 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we want to do in R1, if we are going to multiply 2 times R1, then what we will get? This is become 14, this is the 16, this is the 18, this is the 1, and then this is the 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Here in similar way, suppose for same matrix, suppose in C1, if you want to find out 2 times C1, then this is become, here this is the 14, and then this is the 2, then this is the 8, here this is the 8, 2, 5, 9, 3, 6. Then third elementary operation you have to see. In ith row, we want to add k times jth row, where k, this is the non-zero constant, k either negative or positive. In similar way, in ith column we want to do k times jth column. For example, again we are considering the same matrix 7 8 9 1 2 3 4 5 6, and we are going to apply this operation in R1. In place of I we are taking R1, so this is the R1 minus 2 R2 that we want to do, and in place of k what we are written minus 2, and in place of j we are written 2. When you are going to apply this operation, then what we will get? R1 minus 2 times R2. This is the R1 means this is the 7, and then this is the minus 2, so 7 minus 2 will get 5. Then second you have to see 8 and 2 to the 4, 8 minus 4 will get 4, and then 9 minus 2 into 3 means 6, 9 minus 6 will get 3, and here this is the 1 2 3, this is the 4 5 6. For this matrix, if you are going to apply column operation, suppose same column operation we are going to write C1, this is the C1 minus 2 times C2. Then what we will get? Here C1 minus 2 times C2. C1 means this is the 7 minus 2 into 8 means 7 minus 16 will get minus 9, and then after 1 minus 4 will get minus 3, and here 4 minus 10 will get minus 6, and here this is the 8 2 5, then 9 3 6. Now after this one we are discuss about how we can find out the inverse of the square matrix, because these three elementary rows and columns operations are very useful for finding the inverse of any square matrix if inverse is defined. Good morning students, today we are going to start invertible matrices. Let A, this is the square matrix of order n. Then there exists another matrix, means another square matrix B of same order n, such that AB, this is equal to BA, and this is equal to identity matrix. Then A and B are invertible, and B is the inverse of A, and A is the inverse of B. After that we are going to start theorem that is related to the uniqueness of the inverse. Means in lower classes that you are knowing that suppose any number 2 this is given, and the inverse of this number 2 means this is the 1 by 2, means 1 by 2 is the unique inverse of the 2, because no other number is exist whose inverse is 1 by 2. So here you have to see theorem that is related to the uniqueness of the inverse, means inverse of a square matrix if it exists is unique. Proof you have to see. Let A, this is the square matrix of order n, and let us consider B and C are two inverses of matrix A. Then B, this is equal to A inverse. This implies that AB, this is equal to BA, this is equal to identity matrix, and C, this is equal to A inverse, or this implies that AC, this is equal to CA, this is equal to identity matrix. Suppose this is the 1 and here this is the 2. Now C, that we can write C into I, this is equal to C from equation 1 up to C, AB, this is equal to BA, this is equal to identity matrix. So in place of I, we are going to write AB, and this is equal to CA in bracket, and then after this is the B. This is the associative law of matrix multiplication. R, here up to C, CA, this is equal to what? Identity matrix. So this is the IB, or this is equal to B. It means that C, this is equal to B. It means that both B and C are equal. So B and C are the unique, means B equal to C, this is the unique inverse of matrix A. Next theorem, if A and B are invertible matrices of same order, then AB whole inverse, this is equal to B inverse into A inverse. Proof of this theorem is very easy, so you have to do. After that, we are going to start exercise 3.4. Now, exercise 3.4. In that, what instruction is given for first 217 question? Using elementary transformation, find the inverse of each of the matrices if it is exist. This is the first problem is given. 1, minus 1, 2, 3. If we want to find out the inverse of this matrix, so there are the two methods. Either we are using the elementary row operation or we are using the elementary column operation. If we are applying the elementary row operation, then in all the steps we are applying only elementary row operation. If we are applying the elementary column operation, then in all the steps we are going to apply the elementary column operation. So solution you have to see. Let P, this is equal to 1, minus 1, 2, 3. This is, and here we are going to apply elementary row transformation, means elementary row transformation we are going to apply. Then P, this is equal to, we are going to consider P equal to I into P, where I is the identity matrix of order 2. Now in place of P you have to write 1, minus 1, 2, 3. Then this is the identity matrix 1, 0, 0, 1, and here this is the P. Here you have to see, we want to apply the elementary row transformation, so only this matrix you have to see, and we make this matrix to identity matrix by using elementary row transformation. For that, you have to move anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise means what? The first element you have to see, with the help of only this element you have to see. This element you have to make the identity, means 1 you have to make by applying the elementary row transformation. Then you have to see second element, and in identity matrix this second element, this is the 0. So by using elementary row transformation, that you have to make the 0. Then you have to see this third element, and with the help of elementary row transformation, this element you have to make the 1, and at the last here this element you have to make the 0 by using the elementary row transformation. So in this way, this is become the identity matrix, and same operations here we are going to apply. So after, when this is become the identity matrix, then this matrix what we are getting, this is the inverse of matrix P. So let us start how we can solve. Here you have to see 1 is given, so there is no problem. Now here this is the 2 is given. Now this 2 we want to make 0 by using elementary row transformation. Then how we can do? This second row means R2. If in R2 we are doing R2 minus 2R1, then this must become 0. Here you have to see, in first row we are not doing anything, so this is the 1 minus 1. But here you have to see in second row we are applying this R2 minus 2R1. So R2 this is given 2 minus 2 into R1, this is the 1, means 2 minus 2, this is the 0. It means that here this is the 0. Now second you have to see R2, this is the here 3 minus 2, and then this is the minus 1 is given. So this is the 3 plus 2 means this is become 5. So here we are getting this is the 5. And this is equal to, here you have to also apply the same operation. First row there is no change, but in second row it is change. R2 means 0 minus 2 into 1, this is become minus 2, and then this is the 1. Now after that here we want to make a 1. Then how we can make here 1? If in second row, if we are going to multiply R2 by 5, then what we will get? Means this operation in R2 we want to make 1 by 5 R2. Then what we will get? This is 1 minus 1, no change. Here 0 upon 5 means we will get 0. And here you have to see 5 upon 5 means we will get 1. Here also you have to apply same 1 0, there is no change. But here when you are going to divide it by 2, so this is become minus 2 by 5, and here this is become 1 by 5. And here this is the matrix P, and here also this is the P. After that you have to see now this is 1. After that here minus 1 is given. Now again this element should be what? 0 for making the identity matrix. So next we want to apply this step. In R1 we want to do R1 plus R2. Then what we will get? Here you have to see 1 plus 0 means this is the 1. And then after in second, minus 1 plus 1, this is become minus 1, this is become 0, and then after this is the 0 and 1. This is equal to, in this side you have to see 1 minus 2 by 5 means 1 minus 2 by 5, this is become 3 by 5, means here this is the 3 by 5. Next, this is the 0 plus 1 by 5 means this is the 1 by 5, and here again minus 2 by 5, and this is the 1 by 5, and this is the P. Now this is converted in the form of the identity matrix. So P inverse, this is equal to 3 by 5, 1 by 5, 2 by 5, and then after 1 by 5, this is your. Now here you have to see this is the second method for finding the inverse of the problem 1. Let P equal to this, and here we are going to use elementary column transformation. Let P, this is equal to Pi. P, this is given 1, minus 1, 2, 3, and then after this is the P, and here then identity matrix means 1 0 0 1. Now here you have to see in column transformation we are moving in clockwise direction, means in this direction. This is the clockwise. And first element we are making the 1. And then after second element we are making the 0. Then third element we are making the 1. And then fourth element we are making the 0. Now, so you have to see here 1 is given, so no problem. And in this -1 is given, and that -1 we are going to make 0. So in C2, because this is the element of the second column, C2 we are going to do C2 plus C1. Then what we will get? In C1 no change. And in C2 we are going to add C1, means -1 plus 1, this is become 0. And then here you have to see, this is the 3 plus 2, means this is become 5. And here this is equal to P. And here also you have to apply same. In C1 no change. In C2 here we are going to add, so what we will get? This is the 0 plus 1 means 1. And here 0 plus 1, this is the 1. Now after that we want to make here 1. And if we are going to do this, means in C2, if we are going to do C2 by 5, means 1 by 5 C2, then what we will get? This is in first column there is no change. Here 0 by 5 we will get 0, and 5 by 5 we will get a 1. And then P, here in first column no change. Here in second we are going to do 1 by 5 C2, means 1 by 5. And here also this is the 1 by 5. Now then we want to do this 2, this is the 0. So we are going to apply this in C1, because this is the element of the first column. C1 we want to do C1 minus 2 times C2. Then what we will get? Here you have to see C1, 1 minus 2 into 0 means this is become 1. And here you have to see 2 means C1, this is the 2, minus 2 into C2, this is the 1, means 2 minus 2, this is the 0. It means that here we will get 0, and here this is the 0, and then after this is the 1. Now this is the P. Here you have to see C1, this is the 1, minus 2 into 1 by 5, means LCM will take 5. 5 minus 2 by 5 means this is the 3 by 5. So here we will get 3 by 5. And then here you have to see 0. Minus 2 into 1 by 5 means minus 2 by 5. And this is the 1 by 5. And this is also the 1 by 5. Now in this side you have to see this is the converted in the form of identity matrix. So inverse of P, this is the this. So P inverse, this is equal to 3 by 5 minus 2 by 5, then 1 by 5, and then 1 by 5. Now we are going to start problem number 2. This is given 2, 1, 1, 1. And we want to find out the inverse of this. So let P, this is equal to 2, 1, 1, 1. So for finding the inverse of this matrix P, either we are going to apply the elementary row transformation or we are going to apply the elementary column transformation. Let us discuss in this problem. We are going to apply the elementary row transformation, means we are going to use elementary row transformation. So you have to write P, this is equal to IP. So here you have to see this is the 2, 1, 1, 1. Then this is the identity matrix 1, 0, 0, 1. And here this is the P. Again same thing is there. If you are going to apply the elementary row transformation, so you have to move anti-clockwise direction. And the first element you have to make, this is the 1. Then second element you have to make the 0. Then third, this you have to make the 1. And then fourth, this you have to make the 0. For making this 2, 1, we are going to apply this operation, means in R1 we are going to do R1 by 2. Then what we will get? R1 by 2 means this is the 2 by 2 means 1, and here this is the 1 by 2, this is the 1 1. This is equal to, here this is the 1 by 2, 0 0 1. Now then you have to see, now this element we want to become 0, so we are going to apply this operation in R2. We are going to do R2 minus R1. Then what we will get? R2 means this is the 1 by 2. Now this is the R2 minus R1, means 1 minus 1, this is become 0. And here I have to see 1 minus 1 by 2, this is become half. And here in this side 1 by 2 0, and then this is become 0 minus 1 by 2 means minus 1 by 2. And then after this is the 1, and here this is the P. And then after you have to see, now this we want to become 0, so we are going to apply this in R2. This is the 2 times R2. Then what we will get? 1 by 2. When we are going to multiply 2 means this is the 0, and 1 by 2 into 2 means we will get 1. And here you have to see, this is 1 by 2, here 0. When we are going to multiply by 2, what we will get? Minus 1, and then after this is the 2, and here this is the P. Then now next what we are going to do, we want to make here 0. So for making 0, we are going to apply this operation. In R1 we are going to do R1 minus R2 by 2. Then what we will get? This is become 1. Then second element, this is the R1 1 by 2 minus R2 means 1 by 2 means this is the 0. So here we will get 0, and then after this is the 0, and then after this is the 1. And in this side what we will get? 1 by 2, then after means this is R1, this is given what? 1 by 2, and then after this is the minus, and R2 by 2 means this is the minus 1 by 2 means we will get 1. So here we will get 1, and then after this is the minus 1, and then this is the minus 1, and then this is the 2, and here this is the P. So in this side we are getting the identity matrix. So inverse of P is this. So P inverse, this is equal to 1 minus 1 minus 1, 2. This is your answer.